Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Let's do a quick perm rod set. I've been doing perm rods for years and it's really a good hairstyle when you want to do something that's like really cute but low heat and can protect your hair. So I've been using the Isoplus mousse on my hair and I really like it. I've also used Lotta Body before, but I'm using Isoplus right now and it works really well. I picked up a bunch of these brushes. It came in like a 4-pack and I really like them for detangling, so that's what I'm using to detangle my hair. And then I'm also using the orange perm rods mainly. These are like my favorite size perm rods. And I'm also using like a little bit of the peach. And I'm doing this on hair that is freshly washed. I didn't blow it dry it or anything. It's just like washed hair that I put in 4 sections and like kind of let air dry a little bit. Just taking out the sections and really you can do whatever you want as far as like the pattern or how you grab. I like to start and so how I did it this time, I unraveled one of the sections in the back and just grab a section that's not too big and started wrapping. So how I do it, I just like wrap around the bottom and I pull it a little bit just to get it straight, flat on the rod. And then I start wrapping and then I twist once and then continue wrapping. So I roll it up, twist it once and then roll it up and connect it. And that's really just how I do it. You'll be able to see it more when I do it in the front section, but that's really the gist of it. This brush is so good. I don't know. These brushes are like really cheap on Amazon, so definitely pick them up. I'm going to link them below. And when I was doing this hair, I was listening to Kendrick Lamar's new album, and I really like it. This is like my first time listening to a Kendrick Lamar album. You can see right here the little, how I rolled and then did one little rotation to kind of go underneath or like roll a different way and then kept rolling up, if that makes sense. If you have longer hair, than mine, you might need to like do that motion like twice. So just like rolling. And then sometimes on the shorter pieces, I don't have to do the underneath method. But yeah, this brush is super good. Just the key to roller sets or like you're doing perm rods is to make sure that your hair is straight and you're rolling it because then the curl won't come out. But you see how I'm like kind of pulling the rod up and then I like go under, wrap it around and then keep rolling down normally. Sometimes I have to hold my hands in like in a different direction to make sure I get the curl to lay how I want it to lay. Because if I was just like doing it with my arms down, it was, I don't know, for some reason it works out better for me when I hold my hands up high and roll straight down, depending on where I'm rolling at in my head. But definitely the top of my head, this works the best for me. I just started using like the peach rollers maybe a few months ago. They're a little smaller than the orange, but they work pretty good. I've been using both of them. I use the peach ones on like sections that are a little bit smaller. So they're all done. And then what I usually do is I go to sleep with the rollers in my head. And I try to do like at least like an hour of my bonnet dryer, just to make sure they're super dry because my hair takes forever to dry. So if I don't do that, it won't be dry in the morning. But after I woke up, I went ahead and grabbed some oil because you need to have some oil handy when you're taking these out. And I just put a little bit on my hand and just started taking the rods out. And I just pull them down. And if some of them get stuck when you're trying to pull them down, just go ahead and just like unwrap them. And also, if you feel like a section is still wet when you're unwrapping them, just go ahead and wrap it back up because that will really just ruin the whole set if you take down these rods while they're still damp. That's why I like make sure I go ahead and sit under the bonnet dryer just to ensure that I give them as much time as they need to dry. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people use, I don't know what it's called. I'll put it on the screen, this mousse. Let me know if y'all have used this mousse before and your thoughts on it. And also, I've seen some people comment like that they do their roller sets on blow dried hair. I feel like when I first started doing roller sets or rod sets, I was doing it on blow dried hair, but then I don't really do that. I feel like it's kind of, for me, defeating the purpose because I use this style as like a protective style and I don't want to put direct heat on my hair. So blow drying it kind of defeats the purpose. But I seen one girl say that like her sets don't last unless she blow dries it. I don't know. Maybe it's the products, but like if you let me know, do you use these rods on blow dry hair or just straight washed hair? Let me know your experience because I'm curious. Because I feel like everybody should be able to do this style on their natural hair without having to blow dry it. As long as you use a good brush to make sure that you get all the kinks out and that you roll it up straight and flat as possible. See, this one got a little stuck. I just like go in and I don't know. I feel like the peach ones were a little more difficult to take out, but probably because they're newer. But yeah, this is how they look fresh out. Sometimes I don't even like comb them out that much because I want them to fall on their own. But I do go through sometimes, and I'm gonna do it now, and just like grab each piece that I can see that I want to look a little more full, and I just like untangle them and then make sure they keep their shape. You see, like that one lost the shape, so I'm just going back with my finger and just like twirling it to make it get back in the shape that I want it, and it curls right back up. So you just go through and pull apart the big chunky curls because that'll make your hair look more full and give you more curls. And like I said, make sure you have some oil in your hand. I use like a mixture of different oils that are good for my hair type. I have high porosity hair, so like avocado oil, light oils that can penetrate my hair easily are good. So I just mix my own up. So that's what I'm using on my hands just to make sure that I'm just not doing this dry. I have like a little oil on my hands. So that's another tip. So then after I go through and get done with all my finger detangling or finger pulling apart, I like to go in with a comb and just tease my roots a little bit. You can, depending on how big you want your hair to look, you can skip the step or do it more, but I'm not doing too much. I just did like a little teasing at the roots. And then after I finish that, I just go in and like finger rake my curls just to give it a shape and get it into the shape that I want it. But this is like my go-to hairstyle, especially in the summer months when I don't want to put a lot of heat on it. And it looks super cute. So let me know if any of these tips were helpful. Let me know how you do your perm rod sets, and make sure you follow, subscribe, like, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.